Daniel Goleman in 1969 wrote a brilliant book around emotional intelligence, and I just added the word sales in the middle, and I did a video on it on my YouTube channel, and because I think the concept of emotional intelligence is and it's really interesting. So I read once that Sundar Pichai was appointed the CEO of Google, not because he had the highest IQ, but because he had the best EQ. So for me, emotional quota is really important. And the 5 component parts that Daniel Goleman talked about, which I think are critical in sales, is first one is motivation. Why? What's your why? Why do you want to do what you do? And what's your reason? I call it the duvet chuck. What's the reason for getting up in the morning and getting on with things? And for a lot of salespeople, that's about making money, which we all know sales is about making money. But if money's your only goal, then I think it suddenly becomes a bit of a vacant life as you get older. The second one is socialization. So how do you build relationships? How do you start to get to know people and communicate and engage and build friendships and relationships that you can use to develop? The third one is all about self-awareness. So have you got the ability to really know what's going on and spot and see signals? So you're presenting to a prospect or to a client or to someone in a pitch, and they start looking at their phone or they start looking disinterested. Do people carry on, or do they say, actually, I might need to think about this and adjust my approach? Self-control or self-emotion, so the ability to shut your mouth. Most salespeople struggle with that. They find it difficult to, someone says to you, your price, that price is a bit not quite what we want, or it's a bit higher than I thought. Oh, well, the reason it's, and they go into monologue rather than actually using their brain to control what they're going to do and using those, the fight, flight and freeze method. And then the final one, which I think is probably one of the most important, if not the most important of the 5, is empathy. So can you put yourself in the shoes of your buyer? And I will say to people, your job as a salesperson and in any bit is to be a fly on the wall in the brain of the buyer. So what I want to be is a fly on the wall in their brain. I want to be like thinking, reading their mind. What are they thinking? What are they thinking at the moment? What's their concerns? What's their worries? What are the things that are going on in their head that make them feel not sure about this or feel sure about it? So our job as a salespeople is to be that fly on the wall in the brain. And you do that by having empathy and thinking and seeing things from their perspective. So if you have those 5 skills, then I think as a salesperson, you can thrive much more than maybe if you don't.